to throw the ball quite that far. Then Drew Bledsoe here hanging in, 54 seconds left. Larry Centers makes the catch over the middle of the field, manages to get out of bounds, and then on the next play, he's going to hand it to Larry Centers up the middle.
Larry Centers. Now this is a 5-play, 99-yard drive, of which the first play was an incompletion out of the end zone. An amazing drive at the end of the half to tie the game at 21. Kent Hull, one of the stalwarts on that 4 straight AFC Championship Super Bowl team with the Bills, gets his name in the Ring of Honor. And Jimbo, good of you to dress up, Jim, for the occasion, but Kent said, let me snap it one more time to Jim Kelly. I tell you what, there was no center better in the last decade than Kent Hull, and Jim Kelly will be the first to tell you that. But they honor the past, they go for the present. Meanwhile, it is Torrey James, one of his 2 picks. And here come the Raiders back in the game. Zach Crockett, king of the Wild Frontier, touchdown, 28-24. Next Bills possession. Eric Mold, Johnny on the spot, Tom, and then Bledsoe, a little nimble.
Well, just look at Bledsoe holding the pocket. He threw this ball off of his back foot, and it is thrown on a rope to Eric Mold on the sideline to set him up down near the goal line again.
Mold sheet 8 catches, 112 yards. Travis Henry in the end zone, and hey, Buffalo late third leads at 31-28. Here come the Raiders. Jerry, you just don't see this very often. Raiders would punt. So we hit the fourth quarter, 31-28 Buffalo. Here come the Raiders. Rich Gannon, Charlie Garner, we'll see ya. Goodbye, 69 yards. Garner, 177 yards running and receiving. So 35-31 Raiders. Drew Bledsoe. Now, I guess he had a blind side here because pass almost picked off by the #1 draft pick, Phillip Buchanan. And then the next play on 3rd and 7 at the Raider 27, he comes back to the play again. And Buchanan again is there. And actually, that's a tougher play for him. And he is just shakes one tackle. You saw him go on special teams last week. He could go all the way. 81 yards, 42-31 Raiders. The Bills forced to punt after that. Next Raider possession. They're not done. Gannon, Rice, spins. Oh, by the way, his 198th career touchdown. And so a 21-point fourth quarter. The Oakland Raiders remain undefeated. They had 52 points last week. They have 49 points this week. So that's over 102 weeks. They're averaging 41 points a game. They beat the Bills 49-31. No OT in Buffalo. Phillip Buchanan.
Carries 100-plus yards from Jerome Bettis. First time this year we really seen this team balanced offensively.
So Pittsburgh is 2-3. Now we roll on. Buffalo Bills at the Houston Texans. Buffalo, Houston, 10 years ago. They combined for a pretty interesting playoff game. Of course, it wasn't the Texans, it was the Oilers. And guess what? David Carr, probably too young to even remember it, to Corey Bradford. First Texans play, 81 yards. That set up a field goal. Texans lead 10-3 in the second when Carr says, hey, I'm going to take it myself. And the big fella has given Houston cause to think of an upset. Former President Bush there with the owner, Bob McNair, 17-3 Houston. But Travis Henry got in the act.
Yeah, and right in the mold of what we remember about Thurman Thomas, the nice quick cuts to the outside, the unusual strength for a guy almost fire plug-like in the style with which he runs. There a gain of 7 yards. Then we're going to see him off the left side again, reading the blocks, waiting, being patient. And if you watch Travis Henry, you always see him go and get the extra 2 or 3 yards. There he goes and gets an extra 5 or 6 yards against the defense. Just hold on to the football. Going to be an outstanding runner for this ball club.
So the score is 17-3 Houston. But what? Drew Bledsoe worry in this season of cardiac games already? Bledsoe to Peerless Price, who caught 8. 35-yard pickup into Houston territory. Just under a minute to go in the first half. Henry gets the one tough yard to make it a 7-point game. 17-10 at the half. Dom Capers looking on as Henry gets this. Now look at him bounce outside and smell the end zone. 23 yards, one wagon circled. We're tied at 17. Carr to James Allen. Tricky Texans throwing to Billy Miller. 5-yard touchdown for Dom Capers. 24-17. Bills, fourth quarter. Drew Bledsoe, Eric Mold, touchdown. Pretty throw 24 all. Then 4 minutes to go, still game time. Bledsoe, Peerless Price. Peerless makes some fearless moves into the end zone. 26 yards, 31-24 Bills. Carr for Jermaine Lewis on 4th and 8 with 30 seconds. Incomplete. And the Buffalo Bills, well, you wouldn't expect anything other than a close game, but I think if you told the Bills they'd be 3-3 after 6 games, they would take it, playing Miami next week. And by the way, the yards for Henry, 159, the most rushing for a Bill in 10 years. Kenneth Davis did that job, not Thurman, 10 years ago. When we were
maybe. 2nd down and 4. That's a good protection. He's going long. A man wide open is Moles. Eric Moles at the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Buffalo. Oh, my. On 3rd and 9, Lucas. Lots of time. And throws out. Intercepted by Clements again. He's heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ill-advised. Come at exactly the right time for Wanstead. Underneath, another interception on the deflection. Keith Newman, the linebacker at the 20. And out of bounds. Check that, Eddie Robinson picks it off. And the veteran from Alabama State has his first interception of the season, his career number 6. So the deflection, and that's exactly what the Bills were talking about. Not only did we not have interceptions, we ought to get lucky. One of those just bounces in the air should come to us, shouldn't it? Well, it has to.
Drew Bledsoe throwing the beard and making everybody else, is Joey Harrington of the Detroit Lions, making the opposing players feel like they've been shaved the way Bledsoe's throwing the ball. This is the pump fake, hangs in. Eric Moles, 42 yards, setting up a Travis Henry 5-yard touchdown run. Joey Harrington, though, goes, you know what? I can get a little luck on my side. Doink, 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 doink. Into the hands of Oz Hakeem. Look at this. Watson, Prelo, Hakeem.
Just the way you draw it up.
Marty Morgan wins. Lions lead at 14-7 until Bledsoe to his other receiver. Peerless Price. What move, Tom? 59 yards, gone. We're tied at 14. Bills kick a field goal, 17-14, 3rd quarter. Harrington trips over his lineman's foot. Almost completes the pass. Funny Lion. Courageous Lion. Bills enjoying possession. Look at Drew Bledsoe. Looking very Cookie Gilchrist-like. And then Travis Henry, 5 yards. 24-14, Bills. With the score 24-17, Gracie Walker causes a fumble. One thing has done.
That's the one problem he's had this year. 6 fumbles, he's lost 5 of them.
He scores a ton of touchdowns, the most for Bills running backs since Thurman in about 10 years. But then, Werewolves of London Fletcher. He has a pina colada and Trader Vicks. His hair, his head was perfect. London Fletcher stacking up James Stewart. And the Bills, Buffalo Bills, who won 3 games all of last year, are now 5-3 as they beat the Lions 24-17 with New England, Drew's old team, coming into Buffalo next week. The Bills have really, it's just one of the nice team stories because the outside receivers have caught combined over 100 balls.
Yeah, I think if you were starting to pick an MVP right about now, you'd be thinking about Drew Bledsoe, and I think certain teams have certain things that work. You know, Drew Bledsoe, Peerless Price, Eric Moles, Travis Henry. You start thinking about to the heyday of the Buffalo Bills. It's the same thing with Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas and James Lofton and Andre Reed. They've got the complementary guys at those positions outside, the skill positions, offensive line doing a great job, and they're starting to learn to win.
Both Molds and Price over 100 yards receiving. It was Price's 6th birthday. And now, Drew Bledsoe reunion with Tom Brady and his ex-mates like Willie McGinnis and the Patriots. Drew, well, sent off by Bill Belichick, who has defended him so well over the years. But people forgot the Patriots lost 4 in a row. Tom Brady needs to throw. Pat, rookie tight end Daniel Graham, who's been hurt. Same drive from the 5. Brady, Christian Euphoria, touchdown. Tom Brady came out on fire. Drew Bledsoe, offensive coordinator Kevin Gilbride. They've been a wonderful combination. Teddy Johnson, Willie McGinnis. So we love you, big guy, but sorry, you're our opponent today. Then, Brady, back to work. Daniel Graham. Inside the 10, Brady. And they are moving are the Patriots. Antoine Smith, touchdown. Brady with his first 10 passes completed. 14-0 New England. Bledsoe tries to get it going. Derek Mold for the first down.
Wide right.
What is going on? Just does not work. It's wide right. Don't say that in the Buffalo game. Bledsoe sacked by Willie McGinnis. Willie gets a flag. He said, come on. It's my buddy. Same drive. Bledsoe. Fearless Price. Oh, he's down to the 1. It's a fumble. But he gets the ball back.
Yeah, 17-0, trying to get back into the football game. This was one that Fearless had to get back. Showed some great concentration once the ball was out of his hands.
And so, Tom Brady, Patriots, 17-7 to David Patton. To the 35, and if you're official, you would not be safe. Same drive. Brady to Troy Brown, and
Band of Renown.
the midfield strike. 3rd and 6. Brady, the screen and the block for Joe Andruzzi. Kevin Falk does the rest. Shaking, faking, scoring. 24-7. New England's come out early in the 3rd with a touchdown.
Got great timing on this play. You watch Tom Brady get back. He sells the look down the field. Falk sells the block. Catches the ball, gets a good block from Joe Andruzzi right there, and somebody for the Bills has to contain the outside and drive it back. 2 Bills collide down the field at the 25-yard line. Falk goes on untouched to the goal line.
Now remember, the Patriots had given up a touchdown late in the first half. The Bills thought they'd be in it, but forget it now. Former Bill Antoine Smith, a big game. 31-7 on the touchdown. 3rd and 11, Brady. Screen to Smith. Gets the move and the touchdown. 38-7 in Buffalo. And then the defense steps in again. Drew Bledsoe fought the law, and the law won. Ty with the pick. Ty with the move. Ty won't go down. Ty tries to make a move. Try and run it all around. It was a party that the Patriots have not had since they began the season. 3-0. Belichick pumped. Bledsoe bumped, knowing he'll be back in Foxborough in December. But on this day, the Patriots looking, well, extraordinarily super. They beat the Bills, slicing and dicing them. 38-7. South Palantonio with Tom Brady. You know, this is going to light the lamp. Each of these teams scored about 30 points a game. Buffalo at Kansas City. Bills off a bye. Trent Green, play action. Eddie Kennison, former Bronco, now looking pretty good. 44-yard play. He made a couple of big plays on this day, Tom.
Yeah, Eddie Kennison, the ability to get deep. And just watch this. This is how you catch the football. The eyes focused on the ball, pointed the ball right until it got into his hands. That's an outstanding catch.
So the same drive, you know what moves, even around the goal line by Priest Holmes. Another touchdown for him, and Kansas City leads 7-0 with the score 7-3. Drew Bledsoe to Eric Mold. What footwork! Touchdown Buffalo, but wait a minute. They review one. Just out of bounds after the challenge, and Greg Williams says, I don't agree with that. So they get a field goal at 7-6. Bledsoe to Mold.